Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrew. Today I'm going to go over my Harbor Freight US General rolling tool cart. So let's get into it. All right, so why did I buy this? So I actually have an old Craftsman stacker over there in the corner. That has mainly been for a lot of consumable storage like screws, different types of blades. There are some basic tools in there. But this I wanted to be my main work center. I'm sure like some of you, I watch Toolbox tours, and this was something I had always wanted because I felt like that Craftsman not only wasn't very helpful because of the size of it, but the depths of the drawers left some to be desired, and I wanted a higher quality tool chest. So Snap-on makes one like this. I'm sure this thing is pretty much, I don't want to say ripped off, but it's probably originated from that design. The Snap-on version of it is over $2,000. I think it's the Insider Club at Harbor Freight, and this was $100 off, so I think I only paid $500 for it, and it is definitely stout. It has the flip top, which is a big perk, and it's something I'll show you here when we go through what I keep in this thing. But this allows me to not only expand, but I can actually take my toolbox to my work now. So not only do I do DIY like home stuff, I am a DIY car guy too. So I will do brakes. I've done alternators, radiators. What else have I done? I've never taken my car to a shop to fix anything, and that's been since I bought my first car at 18 years old. So I enjoy taking care of my cars. I enjoy taking care of my wife's car. And this allows me just to get more enjoyment out of it where I'm not having to walk back and forth to a big stack. I can roll this right out to it. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So just to give you an idea of what's in here. So this is a moving target of what I need on a regular basis. Not only do I have car stuff in here, I have some home improvement stuff in here as well. So it's kind of an interesting mix. I don't have a whole lot of auto specialty tools just because I'm not a mechanic. So you may say, how do you do any car work with what I have? It's been able to work for me, and if I have to go out and buy a special tool, I will do it if there's no other way. But a lot of times those are mainly for mechanics when they're just looking to save time, because that's how they get billed, is by how many cards they get through their stall. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll try and give you guys as best tour as I possibly can for this, but let's go. All right, so this is my flip top. So just on the lid here, a couple of magnetic catch trays, nothing too spectacular. And a lot of this is, well, all this is sockets, ratchets, and then some screwdrivers. So as you can see, I don't have a full set of anything. I have tried to start expanding my impact sockets because I have a few different impact wrenches and drivers now. All the chrome you see in here is old Craftsman. And then this whole 3/8 set right here, metric, is all Icon, and the rest of the impacts are actually Pittsburgh's. It's the Harbor Freight brand. Never had any issues with anything. Even my ratchets are older Craftsman styles. I have been looking at some of the Icons for some of these ratchets, but I've been buying other stuff instead. I definitely do more house style work than cars, so that's where the majority of my budget goes for that type of stuff. On the sides here, on both sides, so I have Phillips on the right hand side and slotted on the left side here, and these are just a set of Cobalts. Great set of screwdrivers, lots of different sizes. But yeah, so this is my top here. Unfortunately, I know top drawer is kind of the more the more desired for these types of videos, but like I said, this is very much a moving target, not something I do regularly. But a setup like this allows me to do everything I need to on my cars, and I haven't really run into a problem yet with what I have in this drawer. So let's go ahead and we'll start looking at the rest of the drawers. All right, so here is second drawer. Biggest tool in here is of course the breaker bar. Definitely need one of those for working on anything with tires. So I have a breaker bar and I have a torque wrench. Both of these are just the Pittsburgh brand. I don't have a very expensive torque wrench just because all I'm really torquing down ever are lug nuts. So don't worry quite as much with those. Some extensions for ratchets. And then I have this is the Icon set of 1/2-inch Allen heads that can fit into a ratchet or an impact. Got a small extractor set. This is actually for another, so this is for actually pulling out. I bought these, actually broke the head off of a screw that helped me to actually pull that out, which was fantastic. The rest of these are just Craftsman wrenches. I do have one Cobalt in here, one of these adjustable crescent wrenches. The rest of these guys here are all Craftsman. Have a, we'll say mini wrench set, just so I don't get in trouble with YouTube. And then mini Pittsburgh screwdrivers back here. These are great for glasses. Adjusting the screws on those are fantastic. Everything you've seen, so outside of the socket sorters, all the organizers are all just 3D printed off of files I've found on the internet. So if there's any questions on that, hopefully that answers them ahead of time. Okay, now we're going to get into some more messy stuff, unfortunately. So, like I said, stuff comes in and out of these quite regularly, and this isn't all just automotive, so a lot of this stuff moves around quite a bit. So, just a very basic caliper set from Harbor Freight. Nothing, I don't do any sort of machine work, so I don't need to be super duper precise or high quality. I just want a general idea of the size of something. I very rarely use that as well. It's got different knives. Here's valve tools. Come back here. This is one of those just multiple bit screwdrivers. I actually have a couple of those. There's a Craftsman one on here as well, and a Husky one. This is actually a knife sharpener. Let's see what else is worth showing in here. So I do have a little mini air compressor, so blowing up tires. This is great to have. I used to do it just off of it looked like a little half ball that I would use inflator and then have to keep checking it with the pressure sensor with a tire pressure gauge, which is this guy. I got some more Allen sets here, just some fold out Allen sets, stud finder, moisture meter, laser level, code reader for cars. So if you have a check engine light, that's great to have. You can just buy these really cheaply off of Amazon, and it gives you the code, and then you can look up what it is that's causing the code. So if you could have it could be something as simple as your gas cap is loose, could cause your check engine light to come on. This is a borescope that will actually go into this borescope will actually fit on the end of your phone, and it comes with a little app for you. It's a great, I've used this quite a bit now. But it's going down pipes. You can borescope an engine if you've got what maybe you think is a misfire. But yeah, it's a great little perk to have. And again, Amazon provides cheaper alternatives to professional versions. This thing is pretty sick. It's called a Hyper Tough. It's a electronic repair kit. So like the screws that come on computers, phones, there's a good chance that this kit will have it. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, this is very much a moving target where it's kind of a catch-all for everything. This isn't just a auto toolbox. So got a whole set of picks as well from Pittsburgh, Harbor Freight. Coming down here, you can see got all my wrenches, all my pliers, grabbers, wire strippers. I got different metal cutters as well, different snips, and then your basics of vice clamps and all that. So over here, I got a battery charger, and I have a multimeter, a cable tester, a bunch of different files. These are just lumber crayons. I got a square. This is one of the laser tape measures. And then I am a golfer, if you couldn't tell by my hat at the beginning of the video. This is all stuff that I use to re-grit my golf clubs. And then this down here, I believe, is just a set of little mini pliers. So good to have little tiny tools to get into places, because not everything is huge. Okay, so here's a fluid pump, so in case you got to pull out any sort of oils out of a big bottle. It's nice to have one of these. Different interior tools, so that is to remove plastics, which is great. So I put a new radio with CarPlay in my wife's 4Runner. Those were awesome to have. It allows you to get the pieces apart without worrying about damaging them. This is just a hole saw kit, Craig pocket hole jig right here. I use this a lot. Drill bits, and then all this stuff is all sorts of drill bits. I have a tube flaring kit here. I can actually pull that one out and show you that. Make sure I don't drop this. So, tube flaring kit there, allows you to put the bell end on. Countersink bits, drywall bits, hammers. This is a so this is to compress brake piston, allow you to do your brakes, get your brake pads off, and it'll help you actually get the piston back onto, or the caliper back onto your rotor if you can compress it. Put that back on here correctly. There we go. Okay, 2 drawers left. Got some power tools down in here. These are some of my old Ryobis, and then the 2 M18 impact driver, drill driver I have from Milwaukee, and then this is my ratchet as well, that's actually one of the newer tools I have. I kept seeing them on different videos I would watch, and I finally just bit the bullet and bought it. So this is just an empty organizer. I'm just keep it in here for now. And down here at the bottom, so this is where we can get into, there's more stuff. So I have different tool holders for when you're working on cars. You can put these on the fenders, or you can put it on top of the engine cover and hold some stuff. Reciprocating saw, big framing nailer, another cutoff, and then just another tool holder there. So that is it for this toolbox. So if you guys have any questions on this, I love this box. This is where I reach 99% of the time whenever I'm needing something. Like I said, that stacker over there, which I haven't even shown you yet, is mainly just consumable storage. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on the box, on the tools I have, on suggestions, things I should be looking for, please put those in the comments below. But thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.